We rolling?
Yeah, we rolling.
Okay.
We got my man.
Let's go do a round.
Let's do a quick round.
Do a quick round.
Yo, what's good, man? Easy Rose, Brooklyn Stand Up. What's goody?
All right.
Shadow's back for redemption. This is the remix. Shout out to my ad bros.
My man said the remix like Puff. This is All Day AD.
All right. Your boy Tony Stallion here. Yo, Ricky Ricardo was saying you was shouting out Queens too much on your episode.
Yeah.
I mean, the hate is real with some of them.
Damn.
What can I say?
I'm going to leave it at that. All right. This is episode 11.
Hello. You sure?
Yeah. I still got some audio I got to edit.
Oh, for 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Word.
Did you ever post that my man talking shit about the Broner fight?
I never got the link.
It's lost in the emails.
Yeah,
I'll resend it.
That's why that's that user experience shit I talked about, right? Like, I love all these tech companies, but I got issues with them, and I feel like, damn, like, give me a really good, useful user experience around just emails.
Gotcha.
And the nesting of all these emails, things just get lost. Like, I talked to, some directors that I still work for, right? Or always doing work for. They'd be like, yo, send me a new email, clean, with nothing in it, with just that. And I get it.
New chain.
So you can just kind of, follow that. I feel like the user experience is getting highly cluttered.
Yeah.
And more people now are moving to platforms such as Slack, or what they call the conversational UI, right? So it's Slack, or, what used to be called Basecamp, or even now just pure iMessage or Messenger. Like, a lot of people are kind of foregoing emails for like messaging or
like
conversation.
more text kind of conversation.
Because you can track it a little bit more easier,
Yeah,
recently
too is really good.
Some recruiters been hitting me up, and the entire transaction has been all through LinkedIn. Like, not in emails, not in text messages, purely through LinkedIn. So I feel like LinkedIn is becoming more of a communications platform than a recruitment platform.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I know this is a little off topic, but I'm glad you brought it up because the question I want to ask you or anybody here is when do you know, like if you already have a gig, when do you know when it's time to jump ship? Not jump ship, but jump on another boat, start a new ride, or when should you stay and kind of ride it out and see what else your current job has to to offer to you?
So, I think it depends on where you are in life, number one. I spoke to Shadow about this, and Shadow was like, some people don't want to progress, like be like a manager or top level. Some people, they just like where they are in their life and in their space. Like, certain jobs, you've been in for a certain amount of time. It's like, all right, you have an opportunity to have like a sabbatical kind of situation where you could just like go away for like a month. So some people like that. They like that stability. But for me, I would think it has a lot to do when you've maximized on everything that you needed to do at that job. You've learned everything. You've seen people come in and out the door, and you're like, what? I just want something new. I want something fresh. Because like people could hit you up all the time, and they could give you some more money. But it's like, all right, if you're giving me $15,000 more, $20,000 more, is it worth me going across the street to get $20,000? The taxes are going to eat that up.
It's
right?
only really a couple of $100 on your check.
Right. And then you go over there, you got to meet with a new team, you got to learn a new client, new product, new process. So, I think it depends on the person. The bag got to be like right for you. Either the bag got to be crazy or not crazy, but just better than what you thought.
Or the experience.
Rather. Like, it's like, I just need something new. I need something fresh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's interesting. I just think...
Or if you agree, we can just...
No, I do kind of agree. The only part I disagree with is I don't think we ever finish learning. I do think we reach mental and emotional stress and fatigue. Oh, I'm tired of dealing with this guy. Like, he's smart or whatever, but like he's always on my back unnecessarily. So the question is it worth staying here or looking for something else?
Right.
Because sometimes, and what I'm learning now, that a lot of relationships are pressure tests.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'm pushing to see how much you're going to push back and then see kind of what you're made of. So if you're able to endure that, it might be an opportunity to stay. But if you can't endure that, it may be an opportunity to look elsewhere.
Right.
But either way, in my mind, I don't think it's quitting. I don't think it's giving up. I think it's just switching course and direction.
I agree with you 100%. Like, you can always learn something, but there's certain nuances about the client. You know, your client might like things in a certain kind of fashion. It's like, all right, I know how this person is. I know how they function. I know how the stream, just the work stream,
Right.
Like, you know, how to streamline the communications it works.
And that's the worst client relationship, when you do work specifically to fulfill what they like.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's no challenge to it. It's just like, okay, all right, I know she likes the deck, 12 pages. So
Likes the what?
The deck.
Oh,
man.
The
Oh,
deck.
this guy.
Yo,
The-
hashtag
the-
time's up.
Deck
The
is
presentation
presentation
materials.
slides.
Yes.
All right,
He's
just
trying to
make
get
sure
me
we
too
good.
on this pod.
All right,
brother.
yo, AD, I know how you feel about this,
But
but
I was saying to if you're a creative, always keep your shit update. If you not a creative, regardless creative or not, always keep your resume hot.
right.
Always.
Yo, but I like what you were saying before about technology, which kind of brought me to one of the topics I looked up. It happened a while ago, but Facebook had their F8 conference. There were some highlights that I kind of want to shout out for you guys and
Right.
want to
And
hear
Google
your
had
opinion
I/O
on it.
too. They had
Oh,
the
really?
I/O last
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we could talk about that
Let's
too.
definitely talk about that.
So
Sick.
Facebook, just to shout out like 3 or 4, one of the things they're introducing is clear history. So like to address the whole data privacy issues, they're giving you a feature where you can clear your history. Supposedly,
Yeah.
allows users
Quote
to
unquote.
view all data that third-party websites collect through Facebook, like buttons, tools, whatever. And basically, they're putting it at the forefront. Like you can see where your data is going.
Right.
Dating, Facebook is
Facebook
jumping
dating.
into the matchmaking game.
Trash.
Yo, Rose, why you think it's trash?
Look, man.
Oh,
We just
let's do this.
Nah, man. We just the temperature of just where we are.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like Facebook needs to be there. Like, I mean, who is this for, right? Like, who is this speaking to? Is it speaking to younger people? Because like younger people are not even on Facebook,
Nah, it's
right?
it's
And so it's probably speaking to like an older demographic.
yeah,
which is
40
cool.
plus.
But it's like,
Midlife crisis, motherfuckers.
I mean, yo, to play devil's
but
advocate.
we're just like
right.
in a hashtag kind of environment and
Yeah.
a space, and it's like, you putting that out there, like you didn't have to have a rollout plan for me to say just to add that feature there. Like I think it's useful, and then like what dollars. I just want to see the research that's associated with that to say like people on Facebook are interested in meeting people.
I guarantee if you go and
we
look
do
at
that already, though.
Yeah, they've been doing it for
They've been-
years. Like
yeah.
People been hopping in DMs.
macking on
it's the DM thing.
People
Down
been
in the
macking.
DM, right?
People been macking on Facebook like forever. So it's like now it's just like, oh well, we got
They're making it
Tinder, we
official.
got all these different things.
Yeah.
Like now, you know what? Facebook hasn't really even been doing anything that's so like they haven't really been evolving that much. What they've been doing is just buying out different companies. Maybe you buy out Tinder. Like you don't need to add this. Like I don't see how this is gonna.
Wouldn't that
support.
cost more to buy out Tinder
It could,
versus
but
like
I-
just using your current?
But I guarantee
Ecospace.
they're looking at the data from
Yeah, they know something.
Instagram and
They probably see how many people
Messenger.
hopping in DMs. They're like, damn, we
course.
can make money off this shit.
Of course.
I mean, Rose, I get what you're saying. To play devil's advocate, I look at it like, for example, I used to shop. Well, I still shop at Thai Bar,
Right. I
clothing
shop at
store.
Taco.
Yeah, they make ties. They do everything Thai. Now they got a brick and mortar store, and they doing shirts. They doing accessories. So like,
yeah.
to play devil's advocate, I feel like Facebook is just trying to build on something that's already out in the space and capitalize off of
Let
it.
me ask you a question. Are you on Facebook? Like, do you?
I'm not on Facebook.
You're not on Facebook.
No.
So will them add
No.
in a dating feature that won't bring you back?
No,
Right.
I'm out the matrix.
Yeah.
Maybe
out
it's
the
not
matrix.
about bringing people back. Maybe it's about retaining what they already have.
I would say that too. I think it's deeper
Or keeping everybody
connections.
there
Deeper
versus
connections.
so like you
Yeah.
wouldn't have to
So
go
let's
to
break
Tinder.
it down
Yeah.
too, because like even with this, so this dating feature, right? The idea of it.
I'm not familiar with it.
No, okay.
Like,
so
I know
I'm
top line.
For the
I don't know
record?
I don't know
Yeah,
the
for the
function.
record.
I've done a little. So
I don't
basically,
think
what
that
it does
He's
is
like, I'm not familiar.
what it does is you create a profile for yourself, right? Then what it is, you will go out. What Facebook does is they will recommend people that are not your friends.
Oh,
Right? They'll
Right.
recommend people to you based off interest, and then you guys can have like you guys can share messages. So like if you like X person.
Fam, that's Black Planet.
Huh?
That's Black Planet.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so
Black Planet.
So the point I'm
not
trying to make
familiar with
is
that
like
either.
that's no. So the point I'm trying to make is
Wow.
that's the point I'm trying to make.
just
Like
saying,
it's
for the
trash
record.
because they're slow to this space. Like
Right.
like people have been macking on Facebook for Lord knows how long. When
Oh,
it was
since
just
day one.
when it was just specific to colleges and people
True.
was like, yo, I know that girl in my class.
It's all about kind of the creep factor from day
It's
one. Right?
creepy
Yeah,
as hell, and it's like this is one of those things that's gonna keep younger people away. Like they're like, I don't want to be in
But
this space.
I like that insight.
But I do believe is about because you can think about us as Americans, right? I think sometimes we look at these platforms like, oh well, it's tanking over here and maybe trash, but this platform is widely used around the world,
It's working
and
globally.
a lot of people using it. I mean, and think about like countries where a Tinder or a Bumble just can't penetrate, but Facebook can. Especially with like countries where arranged dating is like arranged marriages are for
Or
real.
if homosexual relationships
Or whatever,
are
right?
illegal.
Whatever. So whatever that quote unquote non-conventional type of relationship that how you engage somebody. I mean, this could be a place that Facebook could innovate outside of America.
Here's the thing, though. Like we're bringing this American concept to other countries that believe in different things. So
True.
Now Facebook, they have massive data.
They do.
They know their audience. So hopefully, maybe they do a little research because, like, I was in India.
Yeah.
I was in New Delhi, and my driver, he was talking about how he has a fiance, but in his family, it was like an arranged marriage. But it wasn't the girl that he's engaged to now. So his family was giving him a hard time. They don't like this girl, like blah, blah, blah. And it's like now, now we're kind of interrupting other countries in things that's important to them and their morals and whatever. I know in America, you know what? We live by capitalism, and capitalism has no moral basis. So that's a thing that can go back. We can go back and forth.
I like
could.
it. Yo, real quick, let me just go through a couple more things. So they got group video chat. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp will introduce some form of group chat to their platforms. WhatsApp, I think they have group video, or they're introducing group video.
They're trying to challenge Google Hangouts or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Skype.
Wish they could, because WhatsApp
party.
is very well.
It's huge.
House party.
It's really big in like foreign countries and shit.
No, it's huge.
Two more things, and then we can kind of go through everything. Recreated VR spaces and then
Started, yep.
Oculus ships.
Yeah, they own Oculus.
So
like-
I know we talked about VR a lot on this pod.
Was it like $199 or something like that? $199 for the Oculus joint?
Not sure.
I did a little
Yeah,
math on
yeah.
that. It's like
It's the
one of
future of
those.
entertainment.
$200.
Yeah.
I just think the use case.
But I think
is
I
that
think
there.
I think what's gonna happen with Oculus is that it's $199 now. It's like the DVD player. It was
It's gonna come
$1,000 when it came out,
Yeah.
and then that technology got so simple that it became like $50 to get a DVD.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Democratic.
of course, because you're gonna have more competition in the market. So you'll be able to have one company who's independent, like, okay, we could sell this VR headset for $75.
Right.
They only have 10 employees, so it's not like you're covering, $4 million a month of overhead.
Yeah,
And what's beautiful that, I guess the mere fact that Facebook own Oculus, you're now talking about a piece of hardware that comes with a network attached to it.
right.
Right.
Which means that somebody like Facebook can make VR very democratic and accessible to a lot of people.
So outside of like just consumer bases, I mean, we got two creatives and we got a
Media guy.
media guy up in here. What does that mean for like just creating ideas? Even if you're creating ideas for a brand for these things
Yeah.
that are on Facebook, do you think it's like a benefit? Like you have more shit to play with, or you think it's just more layers? Because obviously Facebook is, it's obvious that they're in a zone where they're trying to do shit themselves. Like they're basically trying to become media company, the
They are a media
one-stop
company.
shop.
They are a media company at this point.
I think when you look at products, through
Not according to their
But yeah.
business.
so they say.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at advertising is built for a specific lane, right? That's to sell a product,
Yeah.
and then the hope of that is you highlight features, advantages, and benefits. That's from the textbook. So this is what we show in advertising. It does this, it could do that, and here's the benefit of it. In technology, is different because you're thinking about actual tangible use cases. So whereas, as an example, like you take Tide, like the advantages, it makes your clothes smell better, right? But a use case is in a quarter of a cup amount, we can do 4 loads of laundry. So let's say this is in a cafeteria, or it's industrial cleaning, or in the event that it's powerful enough to remove graffiti from the side of the building. You think about use cases based upon the product and what its capabilities are.
Right.
Advertising, you're just trying to sell those capabilities to an end user.
Yep.
So I think when you get into the technical aspect of it, you really have to think holistically about use cases. And sometimes thinking about a use case will bring you to an area where you can improve the product.
True.
Because there's a chance that, okay, it takes graffiti off the walls, but what if we made a smaller concentration and it could take gum off the street
of your streets,
or
right.
off your shoe, right?
yeah.
So the use case leads you down that road.
And I think, to add to Shadow's point, when it comes down to like Oculus and social media, obviously Facebook, I don't know if it's going to be widely accepted amongst people. But I think once you start creating a reason to believe or a great use case for the average person per se to like engage in that, then I think it'll become widely accepted. Because right now, I think with VR, it's this idea I got to commit to wearing something.
Right.
Like I got to put it on.
But that's why I was saying, like, I feel like once it becomes, you probably just said this, but I've been sipping some libations. Once it becomes readily available,
Project Pat.
it's that one step you don't have. Like, you don't have to buy the glasses. You could just do it on your phone.
But I think it's about the use case what Shadow was talking about. Like, what's the experience for a mass amount of people? Because right now, in my opinion, I feel like
porn.
Yeah,
Porn,
that's
yeah.
a
That's
that's
a good start.
I'm just
true.
repeating
That's a
what
good
you
start.
said.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Very
said
true.
this on an older
Porn-
podcast.
Porn.
always
Actually,
revolutionized
live
technology.
events, like sporting live events.
Yeah, concert
Like
and live events.
concerts.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
That's where you start.
real
Not
estate,
true.
Real estate. Yep.
That's true.
museums.
I'm
take you back
thinking
in
even
time.
education.
Yeah, that
Education.
that Bowie exhibit. It was really the Bowie exhibit that was at the Brooklyn Museum.
Yeah, that's dope. That's a dope example.
It was all sound, but if
It
I'm
was dope.
imagining if it was VR,
That's
AR,
dope.
and sound,
That's dope.
that shit would elevate it.
But
times
think
10.
about education too, right? Like if you
That's
want
a
to
good one,
train
too.
kids today, and kids are inherently like social media, they're born in that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
digital native.
Yeah, they're 100% native to the to digital 100%. But if you're talking about like reimagining education, I think that's where VR truly can innovate.
So technology brings us to the next point. This article is actually kind of old, but I read something a little while ago. The iPhone X, I believe in September or August, they're gonna stop producing it.
Yeah, I heard
like
that.
the production is gonna stop. Depending on what article you read, it could be because of performance, because of sales, or it could be because Apple's coming out with a new product. My question is,
I think it's all of that.
I don't know. I know I got an iPhone X, but like,
You do?
Not-
Oh, you
not-
one of them. You jiggy. You
Yeah,
jiggy
it's
as
just
fuck,
stunning
bruh.
just then.
Yeah, I know. I got an iPhone X.
I don't know about you motherfuckers, but
Broke boys.
the point I was trying to make was just like, what do you guys think about hearing this news? Production is stopping.
I just think it's Apple, obviously, getting you think about the next product. I mean, look.
But do you think it's a performance thing?
No.
Do you think that the phone didn't
I
sell
agree.
what
I
they,
agree, AD. I
what
don't
they
think
thought
it's
it was going to
No.
sell?
Nah.
Okay.
Okay, you talking about performance in terms of sales.
Yeah, performance in terms of sales.
Maybe. However, Apple is always trying to figure out their next product, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, they make money selling hardware. You're not going it's okay, a phone is equivalent to what cars used to be about prior to Uber, right? If you think about a phone, the newest phone is not that much different from the phone from the year prior. Same thing with cars.
That's true. The camera, that's about it.
Yeah, but after a while, that
the OS.
technology plateaus.
Yeah.
So if you think about like phones, cars, a car at the end of the day just gets you from A to B with some miscellaneous things you can do in the car between A and B, maybe getting to Z, whatever, right? But I just think, Apple has to think about their product line or their supply chain a year in advance. So yeah, kill off the iPhone 10 supposedly with a bigger phone that's coming out later that can probably do something that a little bit more different than last year's phone. That's always been a model probably now for the last 20 years.
Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is interesting because like when we're talking about this, like how we identifying like not doing well? Like, has Apple came out and released numbers saying that, hey, like we put these X amount out and they didn't deliver well? Because like if you think about it, just from a consumer
They
standpoint,
have though.
okay,
It's not selling well. The 8 is.
so here's the thing.
outperforming the 10.
But think about that, right? Like that phone, the iPhone X,
Take good selfies.
right? It takes great selfies, but it came out at a price point at $1,000,
It's a lot.
right? And then it came out around the same time as the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus, which was like around
and
$700.
they skipped the 9.
Skip the 9. So I thought that even when it came out, like there was only a limited amount of product anyway. So it's hard to even say if it's doing well or not if you look at the sample size.
Well, I think they said they were going to release 40 million by the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think it was a marketing
produce.
Yeah, I think it's a marketing thing too. It's like
when it came out, it was the 10th year of the iPhone.
They want to see how, like, I thought that they were just trying to get people excited about this thing. Like, because if you think about it, it costs $1,000. I did a little research on it, and it cost about $370 to even just all the parts that's associated with the finished product.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's like, I mean, is that a failure? If I sell something at $1,000 that costs $370 and I got a few million people to purchase it?
I have a different perspective though. You have a good point, but their estimates have not hit. So if they were thinking that it'd be like 12 million X's sold, they only are about 40 to 55%, something like that. That's why they're killing the production from what I read. Mm-hmm. iPhone to iPhone 8, what do they all have in common?
The phones.
They got the camera.
And your button. You have your button. 10 does not have the button.
Right, it's facial recognition.
So it don't have a button.
It doesn't have
Beyond
the button.
facial recognition, it literally don't have a home button.
So
it's gestural.
You've changed your form factor.
Yeah.
From what you've had historically. Even though people have complained, and
the
weak link.
But honestly, though, the newer Android phones don't have buttons either.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Some of the older Android phones don't have buttons.
Yeah.
This is a reaction to Samsung. It's a reaction to HTC because globally, Americans are the biggest buyer of iPhones. We know that, right? So 70-something% of the globe.
I thought it was China.
Well, 77%.
America and Canada.
Okay.
77% of the world has Android phones.
Right, true.
Right? So if you're saying that I need to reach out globally, this is a reaction, in my view, to what Samsung is doing.
I get it.
Right?
I totally get it.
So if that's the case, what Apple could do, in my opinion, is rework the actual function that you have. As an example, iMessage. Why isn't iMessage as interactive with all of us in a group chat at one time, right?
Or more so, how can it be more interactive with non-iPhones?
There you go. Like getting it off that over-the-top network and then being able to.
But
I'm in a couple group chats with people who have Androids, and I can't even do a simple thing like name that conversation. Yeah. Because they're not on they're not on iOS.
Right. I think that's the biggest hack. If you could figure out how to incorporate some of your iPhone functionality into non-native devices to make it more like an iPhone experience for another person who doesn't have an iPhone, that's a crazy hack. And that could be one of those transitional.
Pull customers over too.
That's what I'm saying. That could be a transitional moment for you. Like, oh, iPhone is cool. Let me get rid of this Galaxy 7 or whatever. 8.
Right. So you think that the people that actually went out and purchased the product, right? Like, what do you think their mindsets were? Do you think it had just to deal with like this cachet? And I'm saying like, hey, I have the.
I could tell you right now, I'm one of them.
Apple
Can anybody else open their phone with their face?
I don't want to open my phone with my face. That's the thing. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yo, why you coming for us though?
No. But at the end of the day, like who want? Like, all right, I don't want to do that. Like, imagine. Hey, yo, AD, check this out. You know what's gonna happen? We could take this out. You know what's gonna happen, bro? You're gonna be laying up next to your lady, and she's gonna pick your phone up and put it right over your face, and then she's gonna open it, and you're gonna be like, yo, why can't your eyes can't be open?
For the record, it can't open the phone when your eyes are closed.
So what she gonna put your eyes open? What you talking about?
Her girlfriend gonna hold all your shit.
You sound crazy.
Y'all sound crazy.
No, you sound crazy.
It's easier to take someone.
Can you open the phone with your face? Who cares?
It's easier to
Stevie can't use that phone.
Open the phone with my face.
Can Stevie want to use that phone?
Right.
It can. It can.
He got on shades.
It's face recognition.
no
Do I care?
eyes.
No, the real question is not can you open your phone with the face, but do you care to open the phone with your face?
And
Because
why
it don't
would you
mean
wanna do
it's
that?
like what it mean to you, it might not mean to me. I don't give a fuck about answering no.
I hate to say it, but most people may not care now. But once you're able to use your face, just like your thumb,
For your password.
for other
For
shit,
everything.
people gonna do it. It's convenient.
But no.
Until that point-
on one more serious note, I was just gonna say also too. The main reason I got the iPhone X is because I always loved the camera and the iPhone Pluses. I just didn't like the size
You like
of
the
the
size
iPhone
of-
Plus.
right. Yeah.
The iPhone X to me was like a medium between the
7
like
or
the
the
7,
8 and
the
the
7
Plus.
or the 7 Plus. It was like a nice size. It wasn't too big, and then the camera was exactly the camera I was in the Plus. So that honestly, in all
So
seriousness,
you spent
that was-
$1,000 on the phone to get a selfies with a nice size.
I don't. Whoa,
Pause.
I don't take selfies, bro. You serious right now?
But
No, I'm just
remember-
saying in theory, selfies, pictures. I'm
Oh,
talking-
okay, yeah.
In theory.
Yeah, I'm a artistic guy. So.
But and this is
Taking nice
the last thing
photos.
I have to say on it. So the rumor is that the next iteration of iPhone is going to be folding. So it's a fold.
So they
phone.
bring
you
back
care
the-
about
It's
a
going to be
folding
long.
phone?
Hey
and
D,
then
you
fold.
see what I'm saying, bro?
No,
I don't.
that's a question though.
Yeah, I don't.
What
care.
does a folding phone? How does it add value?
Well, well, I'll tell you.
Space in your
the
pocket.
thought is multimedia, and when you fold it, is convenience.
I hear you.
I mean, I don't care, but pockets were made for the new iPhone once it went to the 8.
Oh, that's
screen.
interesting. I never know that.
Yeah, pockets were made to
little bit
fit
bigger.
the
It's
new
true.
phone.
I don't know. I just feel like a
I don't know,
folding
like-
phone doesn't.
Yeah.
Not 8 inches.
I don't
whatever
think
it is now,
that
6 or
adds
whatever.
to the.
I just
quality
don't
of the
know
phone, yeah.
where that adds to
I think I'm
the
with you,
user
AD.
experience and just like I don't know the use. Where's the use case? What's the use case behind that? Like what's driving that level of innovation?
Day in and day out, I'm the same thing, same situation. So same type of time, every time.
All right.
You know that.
All right.
In some neighborhoods, that could be a threat.
A threat.
We're not
You
talking like
just
that.
said the same
That's
type
not the
of
energy
time.
in
I'm
here.
on the same type of time.
Anytime. What that
Every
mean?
time. That means that it's consistent.
Yo, so the last I'm gonna skip one because I know both of these other topics gonna be long-winded. Sports fans, NBA playoffs. I'm gonna edit this as fast as I can, but right now it's Celtics and Cavs in the East Coast in the Eastern
finals.
Conference, and then it's Houston and
Golden State.
Golden State. We can keep this quick. Who you got?
To win it all or in the championship round?
Go to the championship, then to win it all.
Oh, I think Houston could pull an upset.
You think so?
Yeah.
Over Golden State?
Mm.
Yeah.
With Chris Paul?
Yeah. Because
I think Chris
Chris
Paul's
Paul?
going for blood. I agree.
Yeah,
with you.
I think Houston
That's that Queen shit.
is hungrier.
All right, hold on.
Okay. So if Houston pull that upset and the Cavs make it,
I don't think
I
LeBron could take Harden and CP3.
Nah, I can. If Houston gets past the
paradigm
Cavs,
shift what you guys are saying.
Y'all talking crazy right now.
if Houston can get past the
I'm gonna
Cavs,
just
don't
say
have a
that
chance.
first.
So
I don't-
Splash Brothers
Houston-
and KD.
I honestly think Cavs can beat Golden State, but I don't think they got a game plan
What?
for Houston. No, I said I think they can. Oh, my bad. You heard that properly.
I know I did. Go
Okay,
ahead.
my bad.
Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Let's check this out. It's gonna be Golden State and the Cavs again. But what's most
hope
interesting about? Yeah, I'm with you on that. I do want to see
Yeah,
it shake
that's
up a little bit.
boring. I'll be honest with
What
you.
is
I-
most
Man,
interesting
fuck
aside
Boston,
from the
man.
basketball
I
is the
never-
fact that you know.
New Yorker don't like Boston.
I don't
Yeah.
like them, but I like the team. I like this
that's a
year's
good
team.
That's a really good
but
team. For
yeah.
years.
Yo.
They're gonna be really.
New Yorkers do not like Boston.
Yo,
Nah,
it's-
I don't fuck with them.
Nah,
on
they
no level.
they weird, bro. They weirdos, bro.
Yo, Spike, he won't even wear green, yo.
you can't.
He would not
Shouts to
wear
Spike Lee.
anything green
Shout out to
because
Spike.
he don't fuck with Boston. Yo, she's gotta have it. The original movie, he was clowning Boston back then.
Yeah.
And then he clowned Boston again in Do the Right Thing.
He did.
And that dude was from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He really don't fuck with Boston.
When it comes to sports, it's the whole Yankees versus. They say we took Babe Ruth allegedly.
That's
I
amazing.
don't care. You know what I mean? We
But-
got championships. We got
Yeah, we
New
got
York.
20
27,
Yo, check this out.
27. It's gonna be 28 this year.
The thing about Boston, like
Shout
we're
to
talking
Judge.
about basketball, like I mean, if you take Bill Russell's era out, I mean, where the competition, I don't know, but like the competition, he was just winning all those rings. Take that era out, I mean, you can't.
Damn.
You can't. But it's like
Well, okay.
it's post that era. Like Boston ain't really been shaking like
Fam.
that after Larry Bird.
Larry
Well-
Bird was shaking.
While we're in
No,
the
yeah,
NBA,
Larry Bird is.
while we're in the NBA, I got a crazy hot take.
What?
Top 5 NBA players today could beat the top 5 NBA players of any era before.
I doubt
I ain't
that.
going.
I want to wait till
I ain't going
Kofax
there.
come
that.
back because
I
doubt
I
that.
know.
But what
I
I
know
will
it's
say,
gonna
what I
be
will
Calvin.
say, what I will
ain't
say,
going there.
we could go back, we could jump back
tell
to
you
that.
why,
But what I
though.
will say is that one thing I did notice about like the NBA.
There's some young nigga shit here. I ain't
No.
going
It's different rules,
I
though.
can tell you why.
What I
but
did
can
notice
tell you
about the
why.
NBA playoffs is if you've been watching from a branding standpoint, like just advertising, like you notice that Hulu has been like promoting the Hulu TV a lot on TNT and other
True.
broadcast networks. And
True.
for me, that's like a competitive, like this is like a real competitive edge for Hulu, I would think.
I don't think so because Hulu is buying the rights from Turner.
Yeah.
Turner's buying the rights to be on
Okay.
whatever your cable system is. So Turner wins, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Hulu, whether it's FIBA or whatever, they still win because you're paying the rights.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No, of course.
I thought it was like a
real.
direct
So-
buy through the NBA because like they set up. Okay.
Yeah.
So real quick, 3 seconds in the key and hand checking. You telling me new players would be good on that?
Have you seen LeBron James, bro?
All right, never mind.
Have you seen Michael
no,
Jordan?
this conversation when
I know.
Kofax
Well,
come
come
through.
on, bro.
I'm just saying.
LeBron is
You think-
bigger than him. He's rougher than him. If
Oh,
we
who'd
were-
you say?
I said he's seen Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Of course,
Facts.
of course. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking purely at size and strength, I don't think Jordan could guard LeBron
So here,
one-on-one.
so check
He's
this
just too
out.
big for
So
him.
check this out. So then, would you ever put Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson in the same era? Because they played
they
around the
are.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
now,
about-
you have two people. You have Michael Jordan with the mentality that is like a possessed man, like a vigilante.
Absolutely.
Right. And then you have Magic Johnson, who has the size of LeBron James, who plays very similar.
I mean,
Jordan got 6 rings.
the only yeah.
Why
He
we
didn't
always
lose.
go back?
And
to
never
that?
went to Game 7.
The only,
Just
the only-
saying.
the
That
only
shit.
thing I would say is Jordan played. To your point, Jordan played against Jordan played
Magic.
against Magic Johnson, and he played against Kobe. It's hard to tell where
Jordan
you match
played
up
against
against.
the
Hold on.
bad
LeBron.
boys out of Detroit.
Who's
That's
to
who
beat 'em
made
up.
Jordan. They beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
That was and
no
sorry,
fouls are called.
The NBA back then was a lot more physical as it is now.
Yeah, but that's the only difference in terms of actual
The
skill.
only difference?
No, I know it's a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
But in terms of actual skill, day to day,
Let's level set.
athleticism,
We got level set.
of course.
You said top 5 players. You got to call that out first and see.
So
Now we
listen.
gonna hold that for when Kofax.
Okay.
I want Kofax.
and
to
that's
be
and,
here,
and
'cause
again,
you
this
know
is-
he from
No,
the
we
that
could
era.
do that, and then
he
Kofax
can-
could marinate on it.
Kofax-
And,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
All right,
Kofax
call out
can
some
stunt.
top 5 players. And then,
Kofax can stunt. They got
Hold
6
on.
rings, bro. And let's be honest,
could've
Jordan
been
never
7.
lost.
right.
He never lost a final.
and he never went to a Game 7 in the finals. He
Yeah.
closed out. He's the finisher.
I'm
He's
just saying.
Mariano Rivera.
All right, so
Numbers on the board.
So with that, so if we talking about championships and they equate to greatness, Robert Horry is better than Michael Jordan.
No.
No.
He got 7 championships.
No. We're not talking. No.
He
We're not
ain't
talking
lead
about.
shit.
We're not. We're talking about as the leader of your team.
He ain't
Oh,
lead
now
shit.
we
No.
now we talking about
Because
great, now we talking about- okay.
no. The argument is, what I'm thinking. No one said this, but I'm thinking LeBron James and Michael Jordan, right? So like that's kind of like what the argument is, right? No.
Right,
I didn't
yeah.
start that argument.
No.
I just asked a
no, because we
question
talked
about the rules.
You said LeBron. Have we seen LeBron James? And I
in
retorted
regards
that.
to the rules.
In
So
regards
I
to the
think
rule.
LeBron could
Alright.
play in
And I
any
retorted
era.
that, and I
yeah.
said,
Go
have
ahead,
we
go ahead.
seen
Yeah.
Michael Jordan?
Of course. And that's a natural comparison.
I mean,
across
what's his name?
generations.
John Kelly? What's his name?
Which one?
Well, he used to play for Detroit, and he played for the Bulls.
John Sally.
John
John
Sally.
Sally.
Sorry, fuck it. You know, whatever.
John Sally.
He's not paying me to know his name like that.
He got like
a
seven.
lot of rings.
He got like 7.
Talk that
He
talk.
got a lot of rings.
Yeah, he got a lot of rings.
That's just an
Phil-
opportunity.
But at the end of the day,
He was
Phil-
just the right team at the right time.
and until you become a coach, like Phil Jackson and all these other cats got a bunch
Phil
of
got
rings too,
rings.
because they played and they coached teams at one ring.
Yeah, he got rings.
Yeah, he got a ring with the Knicks.
Phil three-peated with 2 different teams.
2 different teams. Yeah.
And 3 times. And almost did it a 4th time.
But let's be clear who
He
his
fucked up the
starters.
Knicks,
But let's
though.
be clear who his starters were. You have a team with Michael Jordan.
Yo, who's the top
Scottie
5 from
Pippen.
this?
That's-
Sorry,
that's
cut
the
you off. I'm
question
just saying,
I
I want to
wanna
know.
know.
What's you
see what I'm
dancing
saying?
around right now,
All
bro.
right, so if I'm thinking about,
That's
I'm
what I'm
not
talking
dancing around. I had this conversation the other day. I have mad people come for me. Mad people.
Dancing
Now,
around will
Shadow
come back
always
around.
in conflicts.
What I'm saying is it's a hot take. And here's the
Who's the
top
top
five.
five?
Here's the top five in this generation. I'm considering you have to have 10 years or better in the NBA.
Okay,
to be top
that's
five.
fair.
LeBron
That's
up there.
10. So LeBron, in my opinion, is the individual GOAT. The only thing
Out of them, or everybody.
everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
And but what?
Ever?
But what's the criteria?
No. Let's not get into
Just
the
hold on.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna say.
My bad.
In his 15 years, he has 5 more to play for 20 seasons. That's gonna give him up there with Kareem and Kobe, right? Those are 2 of the top 5 NBA All Scorers of all time. He's gonna pass that easy. Rebounds, he's gonna come very close. Assists, he's gonna come very close. Minutes played, he's gonna be the most minutes played ever.
If he's not injured, if he doesn't get injured.
of course, provided.
No, I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying if he's not. Yeah.
Provided. So
don't
like
wish
This is
no ill
projection.
will
This
on
is a
no
fair
black
projection.
Yeah.
right.
Go ahead.
So even if he plays 4 years, you're gonna look at the box score and be like, "Oh my god!" In comparison to NBA players today. With all that being said, I think he's number 1 on this list.
Okay, yeah.
And this is 10 years. You
10
need
years.
We
10
got you,
years
baby.
in the
we got
league.
you.
We got you, baby.
So I'm gonna go with KD because I
Kevin
don't.
Durant?
Yeah, because we have
Of this era, he's saying
of this
okay,
era.
okay.
Because I don't think we've ever seen a basketball player quite like him. Maybe closest was Dirk Nowitzki. Maybe.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll
Next.
give you that.
I want to say Chris Paul because he is an amazing player when he's with the right guys.
He's
I mean,
a,
he
he's
won,
a
though.
decorated. He's a decorated loser, bro.
How many chips?
He's a decorated
But
loser.
he's
You
played.
got any
he's
chips?
played-
Decorated
he's played
loser.
in
What-
some-
how many
Chris
chips
Paul's
he
a
got?
good player.
None.
Chris Paul's a good
He's
player.
this is the first time in his career that he's made it after the
Hey,
second
look,
round.
look, I'm
Decorated
sorry.
loser, but I give it to you. Go ahead.
I give you that, but he got no
so-
chips.
Yo, they blocked him from that LA trade though, so
Yeah, they blocked the LA trade.
Decorated
Kobe
loser.
could've done something else.
he would have got that chip.
You know,
He would've.
and
Come on.
I really think, and he doesn't have quite 10. He's at 7.
That's
but,
3.
But Steph is a problem at any era, any time.
He's an anomaly. He's
a problem, and I think
he
my
breaks
guard,
the matrix.
Yeah.
I think they would have broke his nose in '87.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah. They definitely would have.
Steph would not be Steph in the old NBA. It just wouldn't. No.
I don't
You
know.
don't- you don't-
Well,
he could have played there.
I
He's
don't-
tough, bro.
tough, but
He's small, but
well,
he's
Come
tough.
on,
Well, the
yo,
thing- yeah.
how you gonna be like shooting half court like
makes
shots?
them-
Back
Well,
then,
and
they would have thought that
nobody
was
checking
disrespectful.
Well,
Yeah,
Nobody
that-
checking
They would have
you.
thought that was
very-
disrespectful
well,
back then.
well,
Nobody checking you.
The only
Come
thing
on,
I'll say about that is
Come on.
a lot of times and back in the day, a lot of people used to drive and go to the hole. I feel like Steph would flourish because he does do that, but he can shoot from the perimeter.
The bad
I
boys
feel like
would have broke his nose
In
at the
'87.
half court
In '87.
in 87
But-
because they would have adjusted. Oh, okay, you want to shoot for half court? We're gonna break your nose.
But
I think they
but
would have
he-
adjusted
but-
that.
Nah,
play.
bro, they would have.
But he
That's
also
four.
but he also finishes though.
Michael Jordan
Yeah,
he
actually
gets
got that
fouled.
rule adjusted.
Steph gets fouled and finishes.
When
So
my-
you'd have to foul him every single time for him.
They'd
not
have
to
hurt his
finish.
ass.
And
All right, who's 5?
damn, my guy, this last guy, he's not 10 years.
Go
But
ahead,
I project him to be an NBA great. The brow.
Oh, Anthony Davis.
Anthony
yeah,
Davis.
This is true.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
He's the truth.
Legendary NBA
Okay.
player. So I like that top 5. If this was the Monstars and this was Space Jam,
Oh, God.
I want them up there.
All right, we're gonna move on from that. But yo, Koufax, come through. We're gonna debate it. We got Shadow and Koufax.
He's just
Yeah,
gonna
that's
go
gonna be one-on-one.
Look, you
we
already know
gotta
how
have
this
one
debate gonna go.
episode just y'all two.
And I'm gonna watch
everybody
him.
will be
You
there,
already know how this
Oh, you heard
episode
what he
is gonna
say?
go.
Huh? He said he
What'd you
gonna
say?
wash
Talk
him.
that talk.
Okay.
Queens.
Yo,
Man.
you know how he gonna. You know when he gonna go, right?
I know he's gonna go. He's gonna talk all this bullshit, but
Okay.
Oh, you got bars.
Oh, you got.
hey, look, Bulls.
Oh, word?
Shit. You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit. You get
Oh,
it?
okay. Look at
Bullshit.
you. Bars.
All right.
Yeah.
Yo, I think that's a good way to wrap this.
Yo,
You know what I'm
it was.
saying? Thanks for joining us. Episode 11.
Hey, yo.
Appreciate you.
This is the remix. It's all about redemptions. You heard?
No soft talk when it comes to telling the truth.
AD clapping it up. Tony Stein, we out.